Friends, who does not know Warren Buffett? Sarmaya belongs to one of the famous people of the world. He is the chairman, CEO, or Sarab of 9 big companies of America. He is included in the list of richest people of the world since 2000. He was the son of poor parents. Sarmaya Carey was in his genes. In his childhood, he gave birth to his children, started supplying Coca-Cola bottles, and never looked back. He is currently worth $74 billion. Friends, Buffett has put the cars to shame. He has given 6 principles to the common people who want to lead a happy life and want to increase their income. These 6 principles, rather, are the secrets of Buffett's success. They are the essence of his life. They are the earnings of his entire life. Share these tricks with the whole world, and I want to share these tricks with you. If you listen carefully to these principles, and if you adopt them, they can make your life happy. They will be the guarantee of your success and happiness. But the first principle of Buffett is about income. He says that a person should never rely on just one source. It has one or the other. There must be a second source of income. I agree with Warren Buffett's point that every person in the world is under pressure. The one who has only one source of income remains a victim. He will always be in stress. He will remain in depression. Whether you do a job or a business, you go through ups and downs every day. No job or business in the world is difficult even if you ever rely on one source. If this happens, you will definitely feel pressure. So you should create 2 to 3 sources of income. If you are brother-in-law and wife, then both of you should work. The work of both of you should be varied so that if one's work or her job ends, then the house can continue to function. But the second trick of Buffett is that a person should never spend money unnecessarily. One should never buy unnecessary things. But despite being so rich, Buffett still lives a simple life and says that countless people. I have seen people in the world who used to buy unnecessary things, but later to fulfill their needs they had to sell those things which were very necessary and important for them. I agree with Warren Buffett that when we buy something, we must ask ourselves whether this thing is necessary for me, or can I live without it. We should take buying and selling decisions only after getting the answers to these questions. If we adopt this habit, then our money pressure will reduce. Warren Buffett's third principle is about saving. But Buffett says that most of the world's people consider the amount saved from carriage as savings. This is a wrong idea, that saving is that which is left after spending. Rather, a person has to save the most of his money. First, you should withdraw a part of your savings and deposit it in the bank or invest it somewhere, and then whatever is left should be used for your expenses. Rather, Buffett says that as soon as you enter real life, decide that every month you will save this percentage of your income. Whatever amount you get in your hands, first set aside savings from it, and then spend the remaining amount. You will not have to extend your hands to anyone in your entire life. The fourth principle of Warren Buffett is about Sarmaya Carey. He describes his entire Sarmaya life in just one phrase. He says that I have never kept all my eggs in one basket. This means that you should never invest your savings in one place, because if it becomes inauthentic, then all your capital savings will get stuck. Make a list of 8 to 10 things and spread your savings among all those things. You will never face any loss. But the fifth principle of Buffett is about risk. It is about taking risk. It is said that people blind jumping into the river is called a risk, but it is not a risk. Suicide, you should never step into it to measure its depth. Rather, this point of the Buffett is very difficult. Perhaps we want to explain the principle that a person should learn from the mistakes of others, instead of learning from his own mistakes. To measure the depth of the river, do not go into the river yourself, but read the Nasby board on the bank of the river, or ask any Mahar. But Buffett also wants to tell us that before doing any work in life, we should do proper research, consult with people, and then take any decision. But the sixth and last principle of Buffett is about people. It is said that honesty is a precious gift, and you should never share it with cheap people. I also agree with this statement of Warren Buffett. In business, in life, 80% of the deceptions are given to us by those people on whom we trust blindly. So instead of blindly trusting people, adopt the habit of thinking and taking decisions wisely. You will be saved from 80% deceptions. Friends, we are careful. For this, we always trust others. We judge people as honest or dishonest on the basis of their appearance, and this is where our main problems start from this. Instead of blindly trusting people, do your homework thoughtfully, satisfy yourself, complete the paperwork. You will never face embarrassment or trouble, and learn something new every day in life.